Hey everyone, and welcome to What Did I Miss, where today I will be covering a bunch of sci-fi related news that came out over the past week that includes another new movie announced in the Transformers franchise, as well as some news about future series in the Star Wars and Star Trek franchises. I also have a couple other updates for you, as well as a really exciting rumor about a popular sci-fi game franchise that may be getting a series at Netflix. If this is your first time here, my name is Eric, and on this channel I talk about my love for sci-fi related characters and stories. So if you want to be kept up to date on everything going on with your favorite characters, hit that subscribe button for weekly videos. I also have another channel that is named WDIM Plus, where I release videos based around superhero content, and if you want to check that out, there's a link in the description of this video. Well, I have a lot to go over, so let's get right into it. First, I want to talk about the recent news that another Transformers movie is in the works, which makes it the fifth one that is in some state of production. This version is being created from a script by Marco Ramirez, who has been a producer, writer, and editor on many popular series like Marvel's The Defenders and Daredevil, as well as Fear the Walking Dead and Orange is the New Black. This film seems to be a reboot, as it is said to have no ties to any other movies that have been released, which is odd because currently the Bumblebee sequel, another Transformers movie in production, is slated to be released June 24th, 2022. Besides these two projects, there's also another movie that is said to act as the seventh movie in the original franchise in production, as well as a movie meant as a prequel that is set completely on the Transformers planet Cybertron, and also a movie based on the popular Beast Wars characters. I loved these robots in disguise growing up and I remember watching them every week, but I have not really enjoyed any of the movies released. Although I thought Bumblebee was better than I expected, and I kind of wish that was the first movie in a new storyline. But with all these projects in the works, it is obvious that Hasbro and Paramount want to make the most out of this franchise still, and we will have a lot of content coming our way in the upcoming years. But let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited for more Transformers content, or do you think it is just played out at this point? Staying on the topic of movies about toys, besides a Snake Eyes movie that is set to be released on October 22nd, 2021, based on the popular character from the G.I. Joe franchise, a new movie based on the Thundercats is also now in development. This will be directed by Adam Wingard, who directed Godzilla vs. Kong, and it will be a hybrid of CGI and animation. The series focuses on a group of cat-like humanoid aliens who live on the dying planet Thundera that are forced to flee their homeland. The fact that the director just worked on a Godzilla and Kong movie gives me high hopes that this will be a fun adventure that reminds me of the old cartoon. It is reported that the film will use the animated series as a jumping off point, but then the director will take it a new direction he has been planning for years. Speaking of animated series, for years Star Wars has been creating exceptional animated content that is connected to their live action universe. A recent announcement ensures that this tradition will continue with the upcoming series named The Bad Batch, based around characters introduced in one of their prior animated series, The Clone Wars. Trailers for the new show were just released, as well as the following synopsis. Star Wars The Bad Batch follows the elite and experimental clones of the Bad Batch, first introduced in the Clone Wars, as they find their way in a rapidly changing galaxy in the immediate aftermath of the Clone War. Members of Bad Batch, a unique squad of clones who vary genetically from their brothers in the Clone Army, each possess a singular exceptional skill that makes them extraordinarily effective soldiers and a formidable crew. Another noteworthy member of the cast is Ming-Na Wen, who will be voicing the character Fennec Shand that was introduced in the live-action series The Mandalorian. This is not the first time she has provided her voice for an animated Disney project, as she also provided the voice of Mulan in the original animated film. But this was not the only Star Wars announcement, as the cast of the upcoming Obi Wan Kenobi series was announced, and there were definitely some big reveals, even though we don't know who each cast member will be. First of all, we got two big confirmations of returning actors, as Joel Edgerton will be reprising the role of Owen Lars, the uncle that raises Luke, and Hayden Christensen will be appearing as Darth Vader. Now, of course, we have seen Darth Vader pop up recently in the movie Rogue One, but the fact that they actually got Hayden Christensen back makes me think that we'll see him outside of his armor and in some sort of Jedi dream or something like that. A couple other notables in the cast are Bonnie Pease, who like Joel Edgerton is reprising her role from the prequel series, and comedian Kumail Nanjiani, who will soon be appearing in the MCU film The Eternals, which is also owned by Disney, so the company is obviously heavily invested in him. I am very excited for this series, as I loved Ewan McGregor's take on the character and can't wait to see him again. The company stated that the series will begin filming in April 2021 and release the following synopsis. The story begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where Kenobi faced his greatest defeat, the downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. Now onto another franchise set in the cosmos, and that is Star Trek, and yesterday they announced a big event coming on April 5th, 2021 to coincide with First Contact Day that they promise will include many updates on their upcoming series. There are 6 panels listed for the day that range from special presentations by Patrick Stewart and Kate Mulgrew that will no doubt be trailers for their upcoming seasons, as well as a retrospective of the movie First Contact and some of the popular B storylines in Trek history, and an in-depth look at the people behind the scenes that make Star Trek work, as well as an appreciation for the impact that that women have had and continue to have on Star Trek. There are sure to be big reveals at this event, and I can't wait to hear what the creators have in store for us. I will be watching this entire panel and we'll have a video covering the details out within 24 hours of the event, so be sure to subscribe if you want to get all that news. One thing that I hope we get is a release date for all 5 upcoming series. One series in particular, Star Trek Discovery, is rumored to be facing delays after the city of Toronto revealed that the shooting schedule had been extended for the series past the summer. It looked like we were going to get 3 series this year, and it was thought that those would be the first season of Star Trek Prodigy, the second season of Star Trek Lower Decks, and the 4th season of Discovery, but that may not be the case. It would be interesting if somehow Strange New Worlds or Picard were able to air before Discovery, as they actually started their production schedules after Discovery already had. One last Star Trek related note, in my last video I mentioned that William Shatner had lent his mind to artificial intelligence. Well, now it looks like he will be immortalized in a completely different manner as a member of the WWE Hall of Fame. Shatner will be inducted on April 6, 2021, and will join other celebrities that have been inducted into the prestigious Wrestling Federation's Hall of Fame, such as Arnold Schwarzenegger, Snoop Dogg, William the Refrigerator Perry, Mike Tyson, Mr. T, and many more. Shatner, of course, had an infamous run-in 1995 with wrestler Jerry Lawler, who is the same wrestler that had a feud with comedian Andy Kaufman. Now onto a rumor that just showed up online about one of my favorite sci-fi gaming franchises, and that is Bioshock may be getting a new series at Netflix. The story comes from Drew Deesh at Giant Freaking Robot, and he states that the streaming service is planning a big investment in the franchise and will make it one of their flagship productions. This would be a good replacement for Stranger Things, which the show's creators have even said will not go past the 5th season. If you are unfamiliar with the game, the first 2 in the series took place in an altered 1960s past in which the character explored an underwater city named Rapture. The games explored some dark and complicated themes, so it would be fascinating to see that in live action form. The 3rd game in the series took the franchise in a different direction, as it took place on a city suspended in the clouds, but since that was not as well received as the first 2 in the series, I would guess that this will take place in Rapture. I like how Netflix was able to bring the Witcher story, which is also a popular game franchise, to life, so it makes sense that they would be able to do something similar with Bioshock. I also want to just add one thing to a story I covered in my last video. In that video I mentioned that the Seth MacFarlane series Orville was moving to Hulu in the US, but I forgot to mention that internationally it will be shown on Disney Plus Star. I apologize for not mentioning that in the video. I know that there are a few people in the comments asking about it. By the way, thank you to everyone who watched that video and made it by far and away the most popular ever on my channel. I really do appreciate it, and it was a hell of a birthday gift. Well, that is all the news I have for you right now, but you let me know, what did I miss? Do you have any questions about what I covered, or are there any franchises that I didn't cover that you would like to see covered on this channel? This is always more fun when I hear from you, so let me know what you think in the comments. I also want to add that I'm running a contest until April 30th, 2021, and 2 supporters of the channel are going to get these limited edition Captain Kirk Funko Pops. On May 1st, I will pick one random commenter that is a subscriber and one person who has joined the new WDIM Discord server. So all you have to do to be entered is be a subscriber on this channel and comment on a video from now until April 30th, 2021. And you can join the Discord server and be entered there as well. This gives everyone a lot of chances to win, and if we get 50 people to join the Discord server, I will add another Funko Pop to the prize. I know in my last video I said there were only 2 people over there, but after the popularity of that video, there's now close to 50, so if you are into Discord, please check it out. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you clicking on this video, and would appreciate it even more if you would drop a like on it, and I will see you next time on What Did I Miss?